Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike and today is a big one. This is the latest Binance Launchpool airdrop and we're going to take you through IO and what we think about the project. I'm going to let you into a little secret. This is a big one. I am going to be holding these tokens. I'm not going to wait till the end. I'm going to hold the tokens, but I'm not going to tell you what I value them at until the end of the video. So make sure to stay watching the video. What we are going to go through today then, we're going to go through the website, we're going to go through the Binance Launchpool details, the announcement, the tokenomics, we're going to go through the white paper, what we think of their socials, what's been said about the project. We're going to show you an airdrop checker to see if you are eligible for the airdrop directly. And then we're going to give you our price predictions and summary at the end of this video. Before we begin, however, can we please ask you to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse and help us grow the channel. So at 6:30 this morning, I was awoken to the sound of Binance notifying me that IO.net will be launching on the Binance Launchpool. Farm IO by staking BNB and FDUSD. The token will be listed on Binance on the 11th of June with the farming beginning at midnight on the 7th of June, which is of course tonight. You'll be able to farm it for around 4 or 5 days before the token is live. We will have a look at the dedicated page in a second, but let's give you the breakdown. The token supply at Genesis will be 500 million. The maximum total supply will be 800 million. And the Launchpool rewards will be 20 million, 4% of the total supply at Genesis. And the initial circulating supply will be 95 million or 19% of the total supply. And the token will be on the Solana blockchain. The breakdown is as follows. 85% will go to BNB holders, 15% will go to FDUSD holders, which is 17 million and 3 million respectively. And Binance have uploaded their homepage for this airdrop for IO.net. A decentralized AI computing and cloud platform. We're going to get into that in a second. But as you can see, there are only 8.5 hours left before farming commences. Now, with all these videos, please remember all of the links, all of these pages we are looking at will be left in the description below, so you don't have to go any further to do your own research. So what is IO.net? IO.net is the world's largest decentralized computing network that allows machine learning engineers to access scalable distributed clusters at a small fraction of the cost of comparable centralized services. The closest thing I can associate this with is Fetch.ai, which, although not exactly the same, is the closest I can find for a comparison. And the backstory to IO is important to understand how they've ended up in the situation they have now. Before June 2022, they were exclusively devoted to developing institutional grade quantitative trading systems for the United States stock market and cryptocurrency markets. Their challenge was constructing the infrastructure necessary to accommodate a robust back-end trading system with significant computational power. However, facing the limitations of traditional computing providers firsthand, we got deeper into the world of distributed computing and crafted our own solution to the shortage of computing power. This pursuit ultimately led to the solution of decentralized clusters with a DPIN, which is a decentralized physical infrastructure network. Now, before we get into the tokenomics, let's have a quick look around the documentation, learn how to create any type of cluster and connect a worker at IO.net. And there are 6 guides, including Cloud, Worker, Explorer, Coin, ID, and IOG. Again, I'm trying to keep this video down to 10 minutes or under. I cannot go into in-depth on each of these, but suffice to say, they know what they're talking about. Now let's move on to the white paper and focus on the tokenomics, because this is the crux of the project for me. This is a massive documentation repository and something I just can't cover in the time that we have. So we're going to look at the tokenomics, because this is where the success of the project lies. And their tokenomics are based on 3 key principles. a fixed supply of 800 million. Hourly rewards to suppliers and their stakers, remember that. And an IO burn mechanism to reduce the supply over time. As we've seen, 500 million tokens at TGE, 300 million tokens will be emitted and paid to stakers and suppliers as rewards every hour over a long period of time. And there is the yearly emissions rate starting in 2025 at almost 13%. And as you can see, by 2040 and 2038, it is down to less than 3%. So the emissions high at the beginning. As the burn kicks in, you want to see the emissions rate come down, and that will be where the value is added to this token. Now, within the first 3 years, we are going to see the coins emitted going from 25% of the supply to 50% of the supply. That is a bit of a jump in the early years, but Solana worked on the same premise. The longer Solana goes on, the smaller the emissions, and that's the case for IO.net. And the burn mechanism reduces the outstanding supply of coins and creates deflationary pressure on IO. This will add to the project's value and the IO value, particularly as we start to see the emissions be reduced in 26, 27, and 28. And here is a breakdown of those tokens. You will see in purple at the bottom, the community, that's what's being airdropped at this moment in time, the ecosystem, seed round funding, Series A funding, the team and community rewards, which are the emissions. Again, it makes perfect sense. The investors, they don't get their coins back on day one. They are going to have to wait between 1 and 3 years to get their tokens out. And employees and core members will have to wait between 1 and 4 years to get their tokens out. Now, staking early on in this project's life cycle is where you're going to get the most value for this project. And this is what I'm most excited about. I am a huge fan of Solana. I'm not a Solana maxi, but I do like projects on Solana because it is the retail blockchain of choice. Now, you can earn IO. Of course, the first two are really aimed at providers of hardware. We should ignore those. You can stake your IO as collateral to nodes in the network and earn a share of the node's hourly rewards. That's where you're going to get the most benefit. And what I'm going to suggest with this coin is once you've received the airdrop from Binance, my advice will be move it onto your Phantom wallet, wait for the staking site to go live and stake directly. And here is the breakdown. Staking rewards. Staking IO as collateral is critical to ensure the integrity of the network and incentivizes the overall health of the ecosystem. There is a breakdown. You will choose your node operator, you will stake, and you will earn 5% of the IO rewards. You cannot say fairer than that. Now, we're really not going to go in depth on this, but they have provided a full breakdown of how the epochs are going to work. And if you are interested, certainly by all means, go and check that out. But as far as I'm concerned, the tokenomics are watertight on this project. Now, as the project isn't live, CoinMarketCap doesn't really have a lot of information on it other than links to the website, the white paper, Twitter, etc. But this is something you should bookmark on CoinMarketCap just to keep up to date on any price movements. Now, before we get onto the socials, very quickly, if you've been on Solana for a while and you have a Phantom wallet and you've interacted with anything that is connected to IOG in the past, you can come along to here, put your Solana wallet address in, press verify wallet and see if you are eligible for an airdrop. I am unfortunately not eligible for an airdrop, but some of you may be. Again, the link will be in the description below. On social media then, of course, they have a Discord and a Telegram group. We're going to have a look at their Twitter account, just under 500,000 followers on Twitter. And all the hype is about this Binance listing on June the 11th. There's a full explanation here linking off to Binance as well. And don't think that IO.net works in isolation. Just under a day ago, IO.net and Leonardo AI teamed up to transform AI image generation with high-performance GPUs and cost-efficient cloud computing. Discover the full story here, and it's a link to investing.com. So it's not just IO that you are investing in, you're investing in the ecosystem as well. Now, already this video is probably over 10 minutes and I have probably overstayed my welcome. So let's cut to the chase on this one. Where do I think the token is going to end up in terms of price action? Well, there are 500 million tokens upon TGE. Some people are talking about a $10 price tag for that token. That would give it a $5 billion market cap. I do not think we are at that stage just yet. Now, the circulating supply of IO.net isn't going to be the full 800 million at launch, and it will be a lot lower, but just have a look at the market caps of other IA related projects. Near Protocol is coming in at 8 billion, Render is coming in at 4, Bitenza is coming in at just under 3 billion. So if this project really is worth its salt and we compare it to Fetch.ai, for example, I would give it a valuation of somewhere between $1 and $2 billion. It is on Solana, and that may be the key. Solana, as we all know, is now the retail chain of choice, the top three being Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. So this is a great blockchain for IO to be on. It gives them access to a massive number of users, massive liquidity, and of course, there is very little cost involved in transacting on the Solana blockchain. So I think this project is going to do exceptionally well. I haven't been over impressed with a lot of the Launchpool and mega drops that have been on Binance in the last few weeks. I don't think I've liked any of the last 3 or 4 projects, but this one for me is a great looking project. AI is one of the buzzwords of 2024 and 2025, as is DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks. They all combine, all of those buzzwords combine to give IO a great chance of getting to a $1 billion valuation. So for me, this is a massive tick. I'm going to take the tokens that I get on Binance and move them into my Phantom wallet in preparation for staking as soon as that is live. I hold Fetch, I hold Singularity. That's going to become ASI in the next week or so. In fact, 2 or 3 days after IO, that will be happening. So then I will hold IO and ASI tokens moving forward, as well as potentially topping up on Near. But for me, this is a no-brainer. This is the future of high-end processing, clustered, decentralized nodes. This is one of the markets that you should be in. Forget about RWA. RWA is 2, 3, 4 years down the line. AI and clustered nodes are next year. This project should have an incredible bull run. I'm not going to give you Moonboy predictions of 10, 20, $30 billion market caps. What I am saying is that this coin will hold value. The staking, the burn mechanism, all combined, the tokenomics themselves, the 3 or 4 year cliffs, everything about this has been done exceptionally well. And as I said, some of this documentation is incredibly in-depth. We've only covered a couple of Launchpool projects that have had this amount of detail. So for me, it's a massive tick, and I strongly recommend that you hold on to your tokens and you move them to Phantom and stake them as soon as you can. But of course, this is only my opinion. It is not financial advice. With all that being said, thank you for watching to the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to Crypto Warehouse. Consider becoming an OG member for a few dollars a month and help support us financially. As always, you have been great. I have been Mike. See you soon. Goodbye.